Welcome back to Let's Play Sneakers and the Elder Scrolls Online. Sneakers is a very lucky Khajiit to be so well connected as he is, because he has this bank account that he shares with several of his connections, and he put this book about how to make things in the Redguard style in this bank account, and one of his connections, this orc, Elda Gragora, she read the book, and Sneakers thinks a fairly good crafter. She, like many orcs, she is a good blacksmith, but she is also fairly decent at making clothes and also working wood. And in return for this helpful book, she made all these nice items, crafted all these nice items for Sneakers. So Sneakers has actually several sets of items now. He has got a set of Ashen Grip items, which are good for fighting with dual wielding, actually, in close combat. But he has also got a set of items that are good for snaking. And if he changes around his items a little bit, Felix goes back to using his bow, and the items in this set, he can sneak quite quickly. So he's a very lucky Khajiit to have such nice orc connections, and he can go forth into the city of Daggerfall now with a slightly better set of items than the junk he got out of Plane of Oblivion of Cold Harbor. Now Sneakers has many mysteries to look into here in the city of Daggerfall. Several of them involve killings, apparently. There are assassins planning to kill the king, he has learned, and also there is someone murdering Daggerfall's poor. And Sneakers, right now he is not feeling extremely rich, even though he's fairly well connected, and no one else seems to be looking after the poor, apparently, so he is inclined right now. It's night time. There are back alleys over here, apparently, where possibly killers could strike from. And considering that, perhaps Sneakers should prepare for the possibility of close-up combat with the murderers and look into trying to find these alleys from which they might be striking. Trade district alleys. Well, this looks like an alley to Sneakers. There's a Bloodthorn cultist here who has been killed by an incredibly strong attacker. Well, whoever is killing the poor is now turned to the Bloodthorn cultists. Sneakers should also look into the south alley. Down here. Perhaps it's time for Sneakers to start moving quietly. Perhaps he can sneak up on whoever is preying on the poor. Hunter becomes the hunted, all that. This is just a rat. Currently he's sneaking. I love this mod. You can set up specific sets of items and it switches between them just like that. So now I switch to the my Night Silence set, which lets me sneak a bit faster. And sneakers can sneak very quickly. Look at that. That's nice. Sneakers can sort of run while huh? Well, there are people here, but no nasty killers, so switch back to the fighting set.
Get out of here. It'll kill you too.
Won't you tell this Khajiit what is going on?
It's a monster, I tell you. A monster. It prowls the alleys, shreds its victims with claws and fangs. It'll kill anyone that crosses its path. There's a dead man in the south alley, but he's no beggar. He's one of those Bloodthorn cultists.
Yeah, Sneakers found that one. Will you tell Sneakers more about the monster?
The beast prowls along the river's edge and hunts in the alleys. It doesn't eat what it kills. It just slaughters and leaves the corpses for the rats. It's the curse of Camlorn. I want no part of this evil.
The curse of Camlorn?
Haven't you heard? Everyone's talking about it. The town of Camlorn's been taken over by an army of werewolves. Don't look at me like that. I heard Damien and Fabian talking about it.
This one thinks he must go now. Well, well, well. Army of werewolves. Met down at the river. Snickers will investigate. Again, though, perhaps. In fact, if these are werewolves, Snickers doesn't want to get bitten. He's gonna switch to his bow and hope if he runs across them that he can keep them at arm's length. And he really likes how he can sneak so fast. And this excellent set that his orc friend made for him. Wow, Snickers shouldn't talk to the cats now. He has bigger things on his mind. Down to the river, eh? Well, perhaps under the bridge. Oh, there's someone down here at the river. Perhaps he knows something?
It was huge! Went right into the river after it struck down poor Guillaume.
What did you see?
It was a monster. It tore out Guillaume's throat and disappeared into the river. It was hideous.
Well, stand back, will you? And Sneakers will take a look. Where? There. Sneakers will try to run. Oh, Snickers didn't want to get into the river. That's very bad. Going to the river is extremely stupid because when you don't like to get wet, it doesn't help when stuff is following you. Unfortunately for Snickers, what? Fortunately for Snickers, Snickers' soul is still bound in Cold Harbor, and he was able to simply revive at the Way Shrine. Lucky for Snickers.
Move along, citizen. Move along.
So that poor man was right. Snickers did die. Perhaps his bow skills aren't so good. Perhaps he should switch to his melee skills. He's not that good at staying out of range, apparently. Snickers is supposed to report, but Snickers wants to deal with the werewolf first. He does. The werewolf actually is dead. But this assassin was roaming the area instead. Very peculiar. Seems someone stepped in to help Snickers out, but it was a bit late for Snickers. And I've lost durability on my armor. Not that much just yet, though. I need some healing potions. And I got one off of the... Snickers got a healing potion off of the dead werewolf. Snickers should, of course, also eat something to make himself in slightly better fighting position, you know.
The name of the king.
Fighting hungry isn't a good thing. Now, the werewolf is dead, so Snickers didn't finish the werewolf, but the werewolf is dead. So Snickers feels the immediate threat is removed, and it is time to report back to Lieutenant Dubois.
Hello.
I will back to report to Lieutenant Dubois that there's a werewolf trolling the
I've
streets.
never seen the citizens so agitated. Even the beggars seem nervous these days.
No wonder, because there is a werewolf doing back alley murders. Or was.
Werewolf killed those beggars? You're certain? Damn. I shouldn't have ignored Matthew when he came to me. Take this as a reward, but say nothing. People are nervous enough as it is. I promise not to dismiss the concerns of the poor again.
Well, that seems like a good promise. If you can stick to that promise, then jolly good.
I learned a hard lesson. I won't turn away anyone who's in trouble again. Not on my watch. Not even a beggar.
So you are willing to discuss these murders, yes?
With you? Yes, of course. But please, keep your voice down. No need to alarm anyone unnecessarily.
What do you know about the curse of Camlorn?
I'd say it were a lot of superstitious nonsense. Except the rumors keep coming. They say that werewolves have overrun Camlorn north of here. With the way the Lion Guard has been acting, there's certainly something going on up that way.
Have you ever fought a werewolf?
Fight a werewolf? Never had the opportunity, and I hope it stays that way. A werewolf's bite carries the creature's curse. It can turn you into one of them. Or so I've heard it said.
Well, Snickers doesn't want to get bitten by any kind of dog and becoming a werewolf. Ooh, horrible. Snickers has enough of fur as it is already. Perhaps they should look into those Bloodthorn assassins now instead. And perhaps he should think a little bit about his combat techniques, because he was not very efficient fighting that werewolf, that's for sure. But looking into the Bloodthorn assassins is going to be for the next video. So until then, go in peace and live and let live.